Well, hi there. I thought I would take a few minutes and put this video together to explain just a few of the questions that you may have about this year's mission trip. Typically in the past we've done an informational meeting, but that usually only gets about half the people that are in the youth group or in high school and their parents to show up, and sometimes there's other things going on. So I thought I'd put this video together to give you guys just some of the frequently asked questions about the mission trip. And so I've got a handy dandy little note card here of what those are. The first one I have is why. Well, this summer we're planning to go to Joplin, Missouri again and serve the people there. Joplin had over a third of the town devastated and destroyed. They are still in the rebuilding stage. We found out last year that the end of August is when the cleanup was done, and that they are now probably by the time we get there this summer will be 1 year into probably what will be a 5-year rebuilding process, and so there'll be great need. Many of the people that live there that were affected from the tornado are poor people that don't have. Many of them didn't have insurance, or in some cases they just lost everything, and so it was very powerful to hear their stories and just do what we could in the small amount of time we had down there to help the people of Joplin. Number two, I have when is it? The trip is going to be July 21st through 28th. We do our best with scheduling dates. We try to get it kind of later in July, hoping that a lot of the sports, the camps, the other things that youth have going on are finished up for the year, or for the summer, excuse me. And so that's why we picked that date, and it works out real well. How much? We're anticipating the cost total, the price that I need to know as a youth director, is probably around $350, probably $375. Our plan, though, is to fundraise a portion of that, and so the out-of-pocket expense per family is anticipated to be $200 or less. In the materials that have been mailed out and that I've emailed out as well, you'll see that there's a $50 deposit, and so at most afterwards it'd be another $150, but we're hoping to make that less. I would hope we'd be around the $150 per person price. As many of you are aware of, the men's chili supper on the 29th, all the proceeds from that are going to our mission trip this summer, and we'll see where we're at financially after that, and then discuss our plans if we look to go forward with Club 52 in some fashion. Many of you are aware of that. We mailed out and asked for people to donate funds towards our trip, and then had a dinner and a presentation of our trip for them afterwards. At minimum, we will have that dinner and presentation for people afterwards. We just thought that went so well, and it was so neat having many of the youth share their stories and their testimonies from what God did and what we were able to accomplish in Joplin. Fourth question I have is, where do we stay? The last two trips we've had, last summer in 2011 and in November's trip, we stayed at New Creation Church. This year it's not going to work out to stay at New Creation. They're full, and so we've made arrangements at I believe it's Southern State University or Southwestern State, whatever it is, a college down there in just not too far away from where we're working. And so we've got arrangements there. They've got a gym that we can use. They will cook our meals, is I believe our plan, to use their facility there. They'll have the cafeteria to do the meals, as well as they've got like a 150 or 200 seat auditorium that we can do our evening events in, our devotions and our family group times. We'll be staying in dorm rooms, and then also they'll have the lounges that the dorms have that have like ping pong and pool tables, and so I think it's a really neat opportunity that should be working out well. Last thing I have on here is who's going. We had 65 youth and adults attend last year. That was combined with Peace Lutheran Church and my sister, who's the youth leader there, Christina Stackel. We anticipate bringing 65 or even up to about 80 people this year. We've had many express an interest. The trip is open for all youth finishing 8th through 12th grade. Those of you who have freshmen, kids finishing 8th grade, beginning freshman year, after freshman year, I'd really encourage you to get plugged in right away on a trip. This is right after confirmation for many youth. Many youth may be worried or maybe intimidated going on the senior high trip, or some of the older kids, but I really encourage you to come. Get plugged into the senior high ministry. This is really the best way to do it. We've got a great opportunity, and would love to just have as many people that would like to go. We'll also need adult leaders to attend as well, that are there to serve and help lead the youth on this trip. And so that's kind of the scoop. I'll backtrack to number 3 about how much, and let you guys know that we will have fundraising opportunities, but there'll also be scholarship money available for those in need. And so that's the scoop. We're just really excited. We had an awesome trip last year. I've got a few videos on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/DCEDmeyer. And that shows some of our work and some of the devastation that we witnessed. And we're just really excited to see what team of people God is going to assemble. And it'll be fun teaming up with my sister again, and it'll just be a great experience. We had a wonderful time last year, and so really hoping that you'll join us. Our sign-up deadline is Sunday, February, I think 12th, that second Sunday in February. And so if you have any other questions that I did not answer in this video, please contact me, and I just look forward to a great trip this summer. Thanks so much for checking the video out.